Dehydration arrives. Let's have a look at this. So obvious, just drink water, isn't it? But it's not quite that simple. Let's look at some of the signposts that dehydration may be an issue, may not be. Brain fog, procrastination, judgment, anxiety and frustrations. Triggered, tired and a block to feeling vibrancy. Have you ever considered that these sensations are intensified when we aren't hydrated? You may well be surprised with the difference a pint of water makes to your sense of energy and well-being. Incredibly simple, but not to be overlooked. Hydration, as we know, is a fundamental pillar of feeling balanced, yet one so often forgotten and underestimated. Water is your body's principal chemical component and makes up to about 50 to 70% of your body weight. Your body depends on water to survive. We know this. Every cell, tissue and organ in your body needs water to work properly. Water lubricates joints, regulates our temperature and gets rid of waste through urination, perspiration and bowel movements. Hydration is vital for being in balance, and so seems an obvious place to start when we feel out of sorts and off our usual balance. So possible indicators and symptoms of dehydration amongst many more: brain fog, joint pain, anxiety, procrastination, irritation, indecisiveness, headaches, hunger, tiredness, thirst, sunken eyes and dry skin. Recipe 1 looks at linseed tea. Now, I was introduced to linseed tea through a wonderful lady called Hannah. She's a naturopathic nutritionist, and she gave me the recipe, which then I bumped into on many retreats and in many places. It then became on my radar. Linseed tea hydrates your cells. So when you look into how the body manages water, it needs oil. And let's face it, a lot of women especially are on low-fat diets and the body doesn't have the oil. So the hydration, the cells find it hard to absorb the water and it can just go through. That's why a lot of women don't like to drink a lot of water, because they're constantly on the loo. It's because your body isn't hydrated, it's not absorbing. If you imagine a old plant pot where you water, it just falls right through because it's so dehydrated it can't absorb. So the oil in the water helps the cells in your body to absorb. It's fascinating. So linseed tea, whole linseeds, they're called flax seeds as well. You can get brown and golden ones, doesn't really matter. Organic is best. So a tablespoon of linseed tea and a litre of filtered water. So you would soak the linseeds in the water overnight and then you can boil it. You drink the water, you don't discard the water, you drink the water because the linseeds will keep off the oil in the water. It can feel thick. If it's too thick, you can add more water. I like to add star anise or cinnamon sticks or even a turmeric tea bag or something. Now, if you want a hack for this one, I fill up a flask at night, a thermos flask. I put a tablespoon of linseed tea, so 500 ml. So you're not going to boil it, so it's less oil comes out. So I use a 500 ml flask. I put a tablespoon of linseeds in it. I put some cloves or whatever I want to put in it. I fill it up with boiling water, and then in the morning, my linseed tea I drain through a tea strainer. I don't want to eat the seeds. You can. I don't want to eat the seeds. And then you drink your tea. Now, I noticed something, that this definitely works, because if I have a cup of herbal tea straight before going to bed or even in bed, then I'll get up in the night to use the loo. Of course I will. If I have linseed tea, I don't. My body is able to use that water. It doesn't go straight through my bladder. It is absorbed into my tissues, into my skin, into my organs. And it's a real changer. I've had women come to me I create creams, bespoke creams. I've worked with people on steroids, and I've supported them to be able to come off that with natural creams. So I've had some women come to me asking about their skin, and I've suggested they have some linseed tea. And actually, the linseed tea stopped some of their skin from cracking, like to the point of bleeding. They're very, very sore, dry skin, and it really supported it. Of course, it doesn't cure it, but it really helps if some of the symptoms your body's having is from dehydration. So it's a really wonderful recipe to have. And if I know if I've had 500 ml, a pint of linseed tea every morning, my body's going to really thank me. I mean, I don't know. I'm guessing here. I'd say that's probably for me equivalent to a litre of water. And then someone like me forgets easily. Of course I do. It's why it's in my recipe book. I know that I'm covered, and that it's not too hard to add another couple of pints in throughout the day. Various measures. So that's my recipe 1 on hydration, and I welcome any comments, any shares, and love to hear from you. Take care. Bye.